Entire cities have vanished without a trace. But what if I told you one ancient city was supposed to disappear and refused? This isn't a myth. It happened. And its secrets still haunt historians today. The camera flies through misty mountains, diving into a thick jungle, then into cracked ruins overgrown with moss. Quick flashes, abandoned homes, toppled statues, a blood-red sunset. This is not Atlantis, not El Dorado, not Pompeii. This was a city meant to be kidnapped from history, but it fought back. Get ready, because once you hear the truth, you'll never look at ancient cities the same way again. The tale begins. There once was a city hidden deep in the folds of what we now call Central Asia, a city named Sarnath. No, not the peaceful Sarnath of India you may know from Buddhist history. This Sarnath was different, darker, more elusive. Its true name has been debated. Sarnath, Sarnatha, or in the oldest texts, simply the City of Stone Tears. Founded nearly 3,000 years ago, it blossomed beside a sprawling lake known to ancient travelers as the Mirror of the Gods. Merchants spoke of it in whispers. Warriors feared its gates. Kings sought its riches. But few returned. And then, one day, Sarnath disappeared. Or rather, it was supposed to. According to myth, Sarnath's story began with blood. Before humans settled there, an elder race lived along the lake's strange, lizard-like beings called the people of Ib. Peaceful, but grotesque in the eyes of the new human settlers, the Ib people were slaughtered, their temples razed, their idols shattered. The humans of Sarnath built their shining city atop the Ib's sacred grounds, bathing the stones in blood. But the Ib had left a warning, chiseled into the walls of their last standing temple. In the shadow of the third moon's cry, all who tread upon sacred waters shall be claimed. Most dismissed it as nonsense, until 10 years later, on the third crimson moon of the century, the lake boiled. The night of the third moon, records tell of unnatural mists slithering into the city. Statues cracked open. The air smelled of iron and rot. Witnesses spoke of monstrous shadows rising from the water's clawed hands, twisted faces. A colossal noise, like a giant heart breaking, shook the earth. When the sun rose, travelers approaching Sarnath found only an empty field. No walls, no houses, no bones, nothing. The city, it seemed, had been kidnapped by the lake itself, or so the legend went. The shocking discovery. Centuries later, modern explorers armed with ground-penetrating radar began scanning the lake bed, not expecting much. But what they found stunned them. Underneath the soil, under layers of silt and roots, the unmistakable outline of a city. Walls, streets, foundations. Sarnath had not disappeared. It had been buried alive, not stolen by gods, not spirited away by vengeful spirits. It had been swallowed by nature. The real story behind the disappearance. Scientists now believe a massive limnic eruption, an extremely rare natural disaster where deadly gases suddenly burst from the lake, suffocated every living thing overnight. The mist? Not magic carbon dioxide clouds, invisible and lethal. The cracking statues? Tectonic shifts as underground gas chambers collapsed. The shadows? The desperate hallucinations of the few survivors gasping for oxygen. Sarnath wasn't kidnapped. It was killed. And like a loyal gravekeeper, the earth had carefully hidden its corpse. When archaeologists began digging into the lost city's remains, they found something they couldn't explain. The artifacts, pottery, weapons, bones were missing. The structures were intact, but not a single tool or household item remained. It was as if someone or something had deliberately emptied the city before nature sealed it away. Worse, strange carvings in forgotten corners of the site hinted at desperate last efforts. Images of humans kneeling before towering, scaled figures. Scenes of offerings made to beings with reptilian heads and human bodies. Historians were baffled. Had the descendants of the Eye people returned? Was the curse not just a story, but a self-fulfilling prophecy? Or was it simple looting made to look like something darker? The Ib reclamation theory. Some believe the original inhabitants, surviving in hidden tribes, came back to take revenge on their conquerors, reclaiming their sacred objects before Sarnath died. The cult hypothesis. Others propose that a hidden cult of Ib worshippers lived among the people of Sarnath all along, and in the final days, they sabotaged the city from within. The geological coincidence. Another, more rational theory suggests an earthquake triggered gas releases, mass panic caused looting, and survivors stole what they could before fleeing. The most chilling possibility, but one possibility stands above all, that Sarnath was not destroyed by accident, but by design. That ancient powers, natural or supernatural, waited for the moment of greatest arrogance, and then struck. A punishment, a cleansing, a message carved not into stone, but into history itself. Respect what you conquer, or lose everything you build. Vision, decisive moment, the hidden message of Sarnath. Today, the ruins under the lake still whisper to those brave enough to listen. Scientists continue their work, piecing together lost murals, shattered texts, and half-sunken roads. The most recent discovery? A stone tablet near the city's center, unearthed just a few months ago, bearing an inscription, "We built on stolen blood. We drank from poisoned waters. Now we are the ones forgotten." A final confession, a surrender to the inevitable. Sarnath was not kidnapped. Sarnath erased itself. And if history repeats, how many other cities might be walking the same doomed path today? And so, Sarnath remains, not in maps, not in monuments, but in the gaps between our stories. A city that dared too much, too quickly. In every empire's shadow, something watches. And sometimes, the earth itself answers back.